So this is the body identical micronized progesterone. It's quite a mouthful, isn't it? Body identical micronized progesterone that is available in the UK. It's called Utrogestan. If you read any books or blogs by people like Lara Briden or Nicole Jadim, in America it's called Prometrium. Same. So it's a completely body identical, and that means that its chemical compound looks the same as the progesterone in your body. And as I said, it's derived from yam root vegetable. Symptoms of intolerance are much more common with synthetic progesterones. However, saying that, some women, like I said, with a history of gut issues just can't absorb the capsule of the Utrogestan. I have known women actually pop the capsule and put it on their skin so it goes in through their skin if they are kind of finding any kind of intolerance issue, because it's not the progesterone they're intolerant to, it's the usually they've actually reformulated it now. In some of our older blogs you'll see that it says it has peanut oil in, but that's actually changed in the last year, which is exciting. So hopefully more women are going to be able to access it. But there's something else that's in it, which is soy. Mm-hmm. There's soy in it, which is quite an intolerant issue. So a lot of women can put it on their skin, but they can't take it. There is also the option of having Utrogestan as a pessary. So there's a 200 milligram Utrogestan that you can take as a pessary. However, I don't have a better way of putting it than I like to call it. The side effects of that are clag vag. It's the only way I can describe it. I had the misfortune of being in Slovenia and running out of my HRT because I got stranded there and having to go to the hospital and get some progesterone, and was like, I just give me anything because I can't be here for a week without my hormones. And they gave me the 200 milligram pessary. That's all they had. And it's literally like someone stole my vagina and put a Pritt stick there instead. What women have to go through, it still astonishes me. So it's not fun, and a lot of women say that they end up getting very sore with the pessaries, etc. So I'm always like, is there another way that you can take it if we can, absorb it, or whatever. Saying that, however, that's the only downside. Yeah, funny, not funny. Yeah, right. I mean, I laugh about it now, but it was quite traumatizing at the time. Anyway, so one of for millions and millions and millions of women, this is just the absolute holy grail. And when I've got a woman who comes in and and I go, great, you've been prescribed that, and it might be that we need to do some tweaks. We need to get their gut health right because it's not quite working, or they're on too much estrogen still. So it's about kind of figuring, not that that's for us to recommend, but we can educate. Where you are in your perimenopause, you do the research yourself and see how you feel about playing around with it. So what was I also going to say about that? Yes, so for millions of women, it's an absolute game changer, and it will come back to me. So they can use this to treat all of these conditions, and that's on license. It's also for fertility issues. So that's what they are allowed to use it for on license. But I have never known it be recommended for someone with PCOS, and that's an absolute shame. I have known it be recommended for younger women with PMDD, so polymorphic whatever it's called, dysphoria disorder. However, they tend to be given estrogen at the same time, and it's estrogen dominance that's the issue with PMDD. So it's great that it's out there. A lot of doctors still don't know that it's actually a thing, and so often you are supporting your patient, your client, to educate the GP when they go as a patient. I mean, I can't stress how important your knowledge is around this, and how many lives you can change just by offering them some education, sending them a few blogs, getting your client to do their research, getting your client to push back on the GP if the GP hasn't been educated. And I think it's quite a difficult space often as coaches, because we have this mentality of, but we're not the doctors know better. But actually, when you realize that only 1 in 5 GPs were trained, in fact, I think it was 1 in 10, wasn't it, were trained in menopause, or any kind of hormone disruption, then you start to realize that the work that we do is absolutely critical moving forward. And we are the ones with the science, and we are the ones dragging the medical model out of the Middle Ages when it comes to working with women's health.